Right now at 10, closing a Dane County loophole. What proposals are on the table to stop contracts going through without a vote?
And state budget talks fall through, how Republicans and Democrats are reacting to the failed negotiations.
Plus, the national champs return home. Later in sports, we'll show you the celebrations at UW Whitewater's campus. That is all coming up on News 3 now at 10. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Carlson.
And I'm Eric Franke. Tonight, the Dane County Health Human Needs Committee reviewed multiple proposals aimed at closing contract loopholes.
News 3 learned this loophole was used by Human Services to award nearly $674,000 to urban triage without full county board approval. Two competing ordinances are on the table. One seeks to eliminate special contract exemptions for Human Services entirely. The other proposes increased alerts to county board members, but maintains strong contract authority for the Human Services Director. The outcome could significantly impact county contract oversight and governance.
The U.S. Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division says it's taking action against the Wisconsin Elections Commission. The department says that the WEC violated federal law by not providing a complaint process for voters who say they saw a violation of the Help America Vote Act. Under that act, states must provide a formal process to report voting violations, even if the complaint is about the WEC. Justice officials say Wisconsin could lose millions in federal election funding unless the commission complies with the requirements of the Help America Vote Act.
Columbus police have arrested a man they say was exchanging inappropriate photos with underage girls. Officers searched the man's home following a cyber tip received in late April. The report said he was sending inappropriate messages to girls as young as 13 and in several states. Officers seized multiple electronic devices during the search of this man's home. He faces charges of exhibition of child pornography, possession of child pornography, and exposing a child to harmful materials.
Police in the Dells have arrested two men in connection with a card skimming operation. Police executed a search warrant at a home in the Dells, finding skimmers, materials to make skimmers, along with other evidence. They arrested Florin Balan and Bogdan Arde, both from Romania. Skimmers were found at the East Quick Trip in the Dells on Broadway, the Lake Delton Quick Trip on Monroe Avenue, and the West Baraboo Quick Trip on Pine Street. Now, if you were at any of those locations in late May and noticed any unusual activity on your cards, you should contact police right away.
Well, turning to weather now, the haze over southern Wisconsin could soon go away.
Buddy, when will this wildfire smoke finally leave the region?
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of more days. We're going to have to contend with the wildfire smoke, at least until late Saturday into early Sunday, when we finally see some rain chances move into the forecast. But if you take a look at the future track wildfire smoke, you can see we're going to be dealing with that smoke and that haze again for your Friday, and it's going to continue into your Friday night and into parts of Saturday and also Saturday afternoon, when we will see that smoke start to clear out as we do have some rain chances moving into the forecast. But for the air quality tomorrow, it's going to be moderate. There is air quality alerts closer toward the Lake Michigan region, and that it does include Walworth County, which is in our viewing area. So again, air quality advisories are in effect closer towards Lake Michigan, and I'll show that a little bit later in the forecast. Current temperatures right now, not too bad outside, 61 degrees. You don't need a jacket, 64 in Lone Rock as well. And as we look closer towards Dane County, 62 in Middleton, 63 for our friends in Belleville. If you're planning your day for tomorrow, look for temperatures to be around 61 degrees if you're getting up tomorrow, and then around 74 at 5 o'clock with those scattered clouds, more clouds than sun. And like I said before, we are tracking some rain chances, especially on your Sunday and then again on your Monday. I'll break that down in the full forecast.
All right, buddy, thank you. First-time claims for jobless benefits rose more than expected last week. Labor Department data shows roughly 247,000 people filed for initial unemployment insurance. That is well above economists' expectations, and it is the highest weekly tally in 8 months. The U.S. labor market has cooled significantly in the past year. The pullback in job growth has largely been attributed to employers reining in hiring rather than conducting mass layoffs. The U.S. trade deficit took a sharp drop in April. The Commerce Department reported a 55% decline. The report says the deficit fell to $61.6 billion compared to $138 billion in March. Trade experts say the drop was the result of a slowdown in retailer buying after businesses rushed to stock up ahead of President Trump's tariffs.
Back here in Wisconsin, the fight over the next two-year state budget continues at the state capitol.
Wisconsin's Democratic Governor Tony Evers and Republican lawmakers no longer at the negotiating table. Political reporter Will Keneally has the latest.
We're seeing this breakdown over a tax cut that Republicans want in the next two-year state budget. Now, for that, Governor Evers wants some spending increases, and the two sides could not see eye to eye.
Spending really that the governor needs is just more than the state can afford.
And so Republican lawmakers are moving forward on the state budget after discussions stalled on a tax cut that lawmakers wanted to make the centerpiece of Wisconsin's next two-year spending plan. We don't know many of the details. These negotiations have been happening behind closed doors, but Governor Evers said that the spending that he wanted to see was in childcare, K-12 education, and the state's university system. Republicans could not get behind that.
Whether it's early childhood education, childcare, whether it's our public schools, or whether it's our public universities. These are the priorities that Wisconsinites have said again and again for years that they want in our budget.
While those discussions have stopped, we're certainly happy to be moving forward with the state budget process.
And lawmakers did just that today, approving a slate of smaller agency budgets, including the Educational Communications Board, which handles public broadcasting in Wisconsin, as well as the weather alert system. But lawmakers are by some measures behind the pace to pass the budget on time. And there continues to be a veto threat over the process if the governor does not like the finished product.
We've put 3 budgets on his desk in the last 3 budgets, and he signed them. And I'm very hopeful that we will do a responsible budget that we can afford.
Reporting in the state capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. A major healthcare employer cut the ribbon today on a brand new manufacturing facility in Madison. Techniplex Healthcare investing $46 million to open a new 200,000 square foot manufacturing plant on Femrite Drive. The facility will be the company's second in the city. Techniplex offers a range of products, including medical tubing, compounds, and packaging materials for medical devices.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services will continue recommending that healthy children and pregnant women get the COVID vaccine. That's despite new guidance from the CDC at the request of HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. not to recommend the vaccine to those groups. The DHS says the current vaccine is safe during pregnancy and may even protect women and their infants after birth. A statement from the DHS Secretary says, quote, "The recent changes in CDC guidance were not made based on new data, evidence, or scientific or medical studies, nor was the guidance issued following normal processes."
4 states have asked the FDA to lift special restrictions on the abortion pill mifepristone. The attorneys general of Massachusetts, New York, California, and New Jersey all filed this petition. Now, the states hope the move will push the FDA to review the extensive research that determined the pill's safety and effectiveness. The state's petition would also prevent the FDA from further restricting regulations while the petition is pending. The FDA has 180 days to respond.
A Wisconsin court case has been decided by the federal Supreme Court. This unanimous decision states that the Catholic Charities Bureau will not have to pay Wisconsin unemployment taxes. An initial lawsuit says the unemployment tax violates their First Amendment religious freedom guarantee. The state of Wisconsin argues that the charity group has paid taxes for 50 years and does not qualify because its regular work did not involve religious teachings. The charity says that the state should not make determinations on what work qualifies as religious.
The Wisconsin Humane Society is slashing dog adoption fees as they say shelters have hit a crisis point. Now through next Wednesday, dogs over 6 months old are $75 to adopt, and bench warmer dogs are just $25. Those are dogs who have been waiting there a while. WHS caring for nearly 400 dogs now, with over 100 ready to go home now. The goal is to urgently find adopters or fosters to help relieve that overcrowding. Check out the link on your screen for more information.
Big news today, Aaron Rodgers has finally picked a new home. The 4-time NFL MVP quarterback plans to sign a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 41-year-old Rodgers is expected to attend mandatory minicamp next week. He spent months on the market before ultimately choosing the Steelers, who will open the season on the road against the Jets. Now, Rodgers spent 18 years with the Packers and the past 2 with the New York Jets. He played just 2 snaps with the Jets before tearing his Achilles tendon. We spoke with Channel 3000 Packers senior writer Jason Wilde on Rodgers' recovery from that injury.
You know, we're going to see how Damian Lillard comes back from it. We're going to see how Jason Tatum comes back from it. We know how Kobe Bryant came back from it. Those guys were all basketball players. So is Aaron Rodgers now another year removed from that? A little more like the Aaron Rodgers we know? That's what we're going to find out, and that's what the Steelers are hoping is that he is.
The Steelers host the Packers on Sunday Night Football, October 26th.
Well, this is your reminder to vote in Madison Magazine's Best of Madison competition. Voting is open now through the end of the month. And unlike the first round of voting, you'll only be able to vote once per category. You don't have to live in Madison to participate either. Voting's open to anyone in Dane County and also cities in nearby counties like Columbia, Dodge, Iowa, Green, Rock, Jefferson, and Sauk County. You can vote right now at that link there on your screen.
Coming up this Sunday is the 78th Annual Tony Awards. The show celebrates the best in theater with categories like Best Play, Musical, Actor and Actress, and more. This year you can watch the ceremony right here on WISC-TV. It starts live at 7 p.m. Central Sunday from the Lincoln Center in New York. The biggest names will come together to celebrate a year of unforgettable performances.
Still to come at 10, the man accused of last weekend's attack in Colorado appears in court.
And President Trump and former advisor Elon Musk fight on social media. This as the president tries to score a trade deal with China.
The suspect in Sunday's attack on Israeli advocates in Colorado has now been formally charged.
He is facing 118 criminal counts, including at least 62 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Mohammed Saliman appeared in court in Boulder to hear the state charges that he's facing. The 45-year-old Egyptian national did not speak during his brief hearing. Now, if convicted of all the charges, he could face a sentence of more than 600 years in prison. The DA says the victims, 8 women and 7 men, ranged in age from 25 to 88 years old. 3 people are still in the hospital.
Well, newly revealed diary entries give some insight into suspect Luigi Mangione's state of mind leading up to the deadly December shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. State prosecutors say writings uncover Mangione's frustrations with the health insurance industry and his plans to carry out that attack. The new filing from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office is a response to a motion filed last month by Mangione's defense team seeking to stay or dismiss the New York case against him. Meanwhile, United Healthcare is suing The Guardian and its parent company for defamation. It claims the U.S. version of the British daily newspaper ran information that it knew to be incorrect in order to capitalize on the December assassination of the medical insurer's CEO. Now, The Guardian is strongly pushing back against those claims, saying it stands by its deeply sourced independent reporting. President Trump and his former advisor, Elon Musk, got into a heated battle today on social media.
The public dispute follows days of Musk's criticism of the president's spending bill. Erica Brown has more from the White House.
President Trump and Elon Musk fought a war of words on social media Thursday after Musk sharpened his criticism of Trump's budget bill. On his Truth Social site, the president said Musk had gone crazy and threatened to cancel the billionaire's government contracts. On X, Musk said his SpaceX company would immediately begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft used to transport astronauts to the International Space Station. Earlier at the White House, Trump was asked about Musk's recent criticism of the spending package.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars.
Musk responded, saying, false. This bill was never shown to me even once. Musk is pushing for lawmakers to kill the spending package he says will increase the deficit. And a projection from the Congressional Budget Office estimates tax cuts and spending in the bill will add more than $2 trillion to the deficit. During the back and forth, Musk in one post wrote, such ingratitude, and claimed without him, Trump would have lost the election. President Trump also held a high-stakes phone call with China's President Xi Jinping amid their ongoing trade war.
We had a very good talk, and we've straightened out any complexity. It's very complex stuff.
The president said the two leaders agreed to resume trade talks that have recently stalled. Erica Brown at CBS News, the White House.
Well, that smoke is leaving the Madison region. Rain is in the forecast.
Meteorologist Buddy Reeves joins us now with the latest.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, today was a nice day today. We did have some haze. The cloud cover kind of increased into the afternoon. But with the three things you need to know, at least for tonight, we are going to have cloudy skies. It's clearing out just a little bit when I was on the backyard weather patio a few minutes ago. There might be a stray shower. That's going to be closer towards the Mississippi River region. On Friday, we will have a mixture of sun and clouds, more clouds than sun, and we can't rule out a stray rain chance, especially as you head further north towards the Dells and up towards the northern counties. And then this weekend is when we start turning our attention to the precipitation that Eric and Sarah were just talking about a moment ago. But for tonight, if you have any plans tonight or overnight tonight, look for temperatures to fall into the upper 50s with mostly cloudy skies, mainly in the upper 50s to low 60s across most of southern Wisconsin. Once we get into tomorrow, again, another day like we had today, which was not too bad. We are going to contend with the wildfire smoke and the haze, but temperatures are going to be in the middle to upper 70s, 76 here in Madison, 73 in Fond du Lac. A little bit cooler as you head towards Milwaukee, but along with the temperatures, we're still dealing with that haze and the poor air quality. And I wanted to show this map. So all the counties that are bordering the Lake Michigan region are under an air quality warning or an air quality alert until noon tomorrow. And that does include Walworth County that is in our coverage area. So as you get closer to the lake, it's going to be a little bit poor in terms of air quality. So that's why that alert has been issued. We're all working towards the weekend. It's only a day away. And on Saturday, look for a slight chance of rain with temperatures at around 75 degrees. It probably will be a little bit more sunny. And then on your Sunday, that's when the rain chances start to increase. And we can track that here in just a moment. But you can see we do have those rain chances on Sunday and then again on your Monday. So let's look at future tracks starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see those rain chances start to overspread most of southern Wisconsin as we head on into your Sunday afternoon and evening. Again, it's not going to be raining everywhere on Sunday, but a lot of people will see scattered showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Then as we begin your work week on your Monday, those clouds will increase and then we will see more scattered rain showers as we head on into the morning, afternoon, and evening before that finally pulls away and your Tuesday is looking pretty good. Any rain that we can get would help us here across southern Wisconsin, especially along the southern tier counties where they are at a moderate risk for drought right now. But the 7 to 10 day forecast, 76 degrees on Friday, 75 on Saturday, and Sunday is when the rain starts to make its way into the picture, and that might last until Tuesday, and then we clear out, get back into the 80s, and then our next rain chance is on the following Saturday and Sunday.
Looks pretty nice.
It is pretty nice.
Thanks so much, buddy.
No, we'll see how it impacts the golf tournament, but at Whitewater, no amount of rain can dampen the celebration.
No, they are having a lot of fun right now, and coming up in sports, why they say now it's time to exhale and of course celebrate a lot tonight. That's next on News 3 Now. We're under 24 hours until this year's AmFam Championship tees off for the first time at TPC Wisconsin. And like it always is, it will be a family affair for Steve Stricker. The 2023 AmFam champ is teaming up with his brother-in-law, Mario Tiziani, this week, part of the new team format. And these two already have a leg up on the rest of the field when it comes to their chemistry on and off the course.
Brother to me, really is, and he you know, he's always been in my corner, always takes care of me, always watching out for me, and hopefully I'm doing the same for him too. So we do have a lot of chemistry, and we're super excited to play together. I know that, and hopefully I can hold up my end of the deal, and I know he's been playing well, but we're just looking to have some fun and go out there and see how good we can do.
Jerry Kelly is looking to return to that 2021 form this week as the two-time AmFam champ will compete for number 3. And the Madison native has been playing well this season. 4 top 10 finishes, including a win. So that has him feeling good, and so does his partner, Justin Leonard. The two have played together before, and you could say Kelly's fired up to do it again, this time at TPC Wisconsin.
So much more fun to play for somebody else than just yourself. It's like playing in Madison. You know, I love playing for everybody else at that point too, but when you got a partner that is relying on you, it just ratchets everything up. So this is kind of the pinnacle right here. Other than a major, this is really cool.
The celebration is on in Whitewater as the Warhawks return home from Ohio with some hardware. The program's third national championship, and all thanks to a dominating performance at the College World Series, where they outscored their opponents, get this, 74-19 in just 5 games. It's a fitting end to a record-breaking season.
Felt better than I expected, 100%. Put a lot of time and put a lot of effort into this game. I love my teammates a lot. Gonna miss those guys, and I couldn't have asked for a better way to go out.
Get off the bus and to see all our family and friends, it's just a blessing, so we can just kind of take a deep breath, exhale, and then hopefully relax and have a good time tonight.
Well, 8 teams make it to state in softball in Division I, and we nearly have half the field from our area. Sun Prairie East, Oregon, and Watertown all punched their tickets to next week's tournament. And joining them on Goodman Diamond, a whole lot more from our viewing area. Jefferson, Poinette, Mineral Point, Ithaca, and Belmont will all play for a state title. And that's it for sports. Buddy's back with one last look at your forecast after this.
Gamers around the world are lining up at their local electronic stores as the Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. The highly anticipated portable console went on sale today, and you're looking at a store in Tokyo where gamers couldn't wait to get their hands on the Switch 2.
They're playing in the store, but the rush to grab one wasn't easy. Nintendo used a competitive lottery system to level the playing field. So the company says millions of people submitted applications. This came with a hefty price tag, by the way, $450 without any video games included.
Our producer already got his.
Yep.
Well in advance, he was ready.
So we have a final check of the forecast. Not so bad.
Not so bad, especially for Friday, and then the weekend's almost here. I almost thought today was Friday, but it's not. Got one more day. So tomorrow, look for temperatures to get up around 76 degrees. Those clouds will increase as we head on into the afternoon. But if you're lucky to be off tomorrow, you're going to be able to enjoy plenty of sunshine. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we start to see those rain chances increase, and that will continue into Monday and possibly into Tuesday. Then after that, we start a warming trend. We get up into the 80s, and then by the following weekend, we start introducing those rain showers again. But we could use the rain because we are still kind of in a drought situation in parts of Wisconsin. So
some people are probably taking the weekend off for the golf, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that starts tomorrow, round 1.
Yep.
We'll have all the coverage of that tomorrow as well. Well, thanks for watching News 3 Now at 10. Coming up now, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert as he welcomes in Cynthia Erivo.
Our next newscast is coming up tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.